Linux? What kind of like anti-Windows propaganda have you been consuming as of late? What kind of, I guess not propaganda. What kind of anti-Windows truth have you been consuming? Windows does suck. But Linux? Manim? Get a hobby. I guess this is a hobby. Fuck. Get another hobby. Get a don't get a hobby. Get less hobbies. Actually, the opposite. Get less hobbies. Get less hobbies. Jesus. CIA's on Windows? Oh, for sure. Windows does suck. But I mean, I don't want. I mean, what's the? There's like you have three choices of operating systems. Okay, you have Windows, and then you have Apple, and then you have, psychopath land where everything fries and your entire computer gets thrown over to Russian hackers if you make one mistake. And it's like, okay, so it's like, it's poop or it's butt, and it's like, okay, it's a great one. I understand what you're going through. Actually, I'm not. This is not why I'm crying softly. The real reason I'm crying softly is because I have the misfortune of being accepted into another JJK Civ event, which is honestly a real tragedy. That's actually the bigger tragedy. Also, I had another job interview today. It was online. I don't know how it went. I don't know how to feel about it. I need to start I don't know. I need to start asking for fucking advice or something. I need to ask for a follow up. How do you think I did? Just after the interview, hey, how do you think I did? I just need somebody to tell me something. I don't know how to judge myself on these job interviews. It's so weird. I hate it. I can never judge myself on these job interviews because I don't know. I have no feedback. No feedback is actually the worst thing in the fucking world, bro. I actually I have no idea how I do. So I'm just going to sit here and wait now. What else did I want to talk about? Pretty much that. Dude, this JJK event is going to be so fucked, bro. It's 1,000 players. Oh yeah, I'll talk about all that. So there's the 1,000 player event that JJK is hosting. I got in because his fucking his custom application bot sent me a message and it says, hey, if you want to apply for this event, you can get in for free. That's essentially what it told me. Hold on, I can pull up the message. It literally sent me this message. Hi, Sheep, you have participated in a previous Nations event. Because you are a previous participant, you are able to skip the video application and simply sign up in one command. I didn't even need to make an application. I just clicked the sign up button and I instantly apply. It's fucking crazy. It's what are we talking about? I just got it for free, bro. Gotta be Ray-Bans to your interview. I just gotta start flashing fucking a Rolex or something. I don't know. Something. I have no idea. Something's gotta give here. Yeah, there's been a lot of streamer drama as of late, huh? Streamer drama central. It's very exciting. If you're into streamer drama, I'm not. I used to be a little bit more than I am. But unfortunately, this one has kind of overtaken my For You page in some instances, so I have to pay attention. I know, the worst pain of them all, having to pay attention to what the fuck streamers do. God. Let's talk about it. The Mizkif stuff is pretty cut and dry. It looks like bro was just being a naughty little gamer. And by a naughty little gamer, I mean like a miserable fuck human being. That's what it looks like. Now, I am always, and I will continue on this, I am not the guy who is going to bring up judgment until I've heard a response, right? I do not judge until I see responses. Support victims. Remember, everybody, support victims. But do not judge until you have heard both sides of the story. Remember, they hurt girls? Yeah, he was basically like, he made a bunch of people feel very uncomfortable and also was probably manipulative. I didn't get the full story of things, but pretty much just he was not like he was not a very hunky-dory person to be around, to put it in a very simple way. Getting clowned at TwitchCon? I don't know anything about that. There's actually more interesting Twitch drama I wanted to talk about. Not this one, actually. This one I think is pretty cut and dry, at least in terms of opinions you can have. Wow, it sounds like Mizkif was a pretty bad person. I guess we gotta wait until Mizkif talks until we can make any judgments. Minecraft Music Arc? No. I was just listening to this because this is the music I listen to whenever I need to like study or focus or like do something. Every time I had to read an academic article and take notes on it, I would listen to Minecraft music, and I'm not kidding. I read a lot of studies and papers listening to the goddamn Minecraft soundtrack. Okay, let's actually talk about the more interesting drama, the Hasan drama, and the things that have come off of the Hasan drama. Because our good friend of the stream, or a good topic of the stream, I should say, Ludwig, has gotten himself into some hot water as of late. Ludwig not doing so hot. Looks like the public opinion polls might have just changed on our boy Ludwig. Now, you may know Ludwig for me hating on him. And also liking him, but also hating on him in the same breath. And so the reason for all that is because Ludwig is also known to be a pretty big fan of Hasan, as in they were apparently homies. And not like they were like homies, you know? They were buddies. And it feels like ever since this whole Hasan drama has come out, it feels like Ludwig has been trying to distance himself from Hasan. Supposed to like Ludwig. I'm not informed of him at all. I'll tell you. Don't worry. I'll tell you what to think, Norxor. That's why I'm here. Hasan is a pretty controversial leftist political streamer who likes to talk about socialism and stuff. And he's definitely a unique figure, saying such great quotes as America deserved 9/11, which, I can understand the sentiment as to why he would say something like that. It's not right, but I can understand, where that comes from. Very inflammatory, though. He's a very inflammatory individual. And so what's happened is that Ludwig is not a very inflammatory individual. He's kind of a chill gamer guy. Ludwig is kind of the prototype for every single small streamer coming up during the pandemic, if you didn't know. Ludwig is a big deal for a lot of the small streamer community because he was kind of the first streamer in a very long time that it felt like to come up and make it very, very big without any external help. It felt like for a very long time there was kind of this group of streamers that kind of dictated who was at the top of the charts, right? If you collabed with the top streamers, you also got to be a top streamer. If you didn't collab with the top streamers, you were a nobody bumfuck. Who cares, right? And so Ludwig kind of broke that formula, being able to kind of crack into that kind of era of top streamers without doing any like collabs with those said top streamers. By the time he was talking to that group of people, he was already like a top guy himself. And I think that, Ludwig, in a lot of senses, broke the mold, I think, of being able to break into different communities. I think that we've seen that in the last couple months of like streaming, or like last couple of years, I should say, is that we've seen more streamers come up through their own like means and methods as opposed to collabs and working and word of mouth and stuff like that. You know, it's more just about making good content now, which is good. Fucking every kind of person like that has an inflammatory individual. Yeah, politics tends to do that to people, especially when it's your full-time job. And your full-time job is not trying to appeal to normal people, you know? Having, you know, being accountable to other people really helps tone down your rhetoric a lot, but when you are not accountable to anybody, you know, you get to kind of go off the deep end. Why do you think so many political pundits end up the way they do? So, here's basically what's happened between this Hasan guy and this Ludwig guy. Hasan and Ludwig, they're homies. This has been established. However, it feels like for a while people have been kind of dogging on Ludwig for being friends with Hasan, because it feels like Hasan kind of has Ludwig on a leash in terms of stuff, because Ludwig is very much a let it play out kind of guy. He's like Ludwig doesn't like drama. And because of that, he doesn't want to, like, you know, make videos that kind of hurt his friends, because that causes drama, and he doesn't like that. So, you know, there was a pretty infamous incident. I don't remember the exact details, but basically Ludwig made a video on Hasan. Hasan didn't like the video Ludwig made on him, and then Ludwig took it down. Not because of that, because of a totally different reason, but people still interpreted it as Hasan got mad and then Ludwig took it down because Hasan was mad. And people, you know, they have, you know, thoughts and opinions about that, right? So, ever since that, it feels like Ludwig has kind of been, like, pushing Hasan a little bit of giving a little bit of distance towards Hasan. It's understandable. But recently, ever since the recent situation that came out with Hasan, the big drama that everybody can finally say, like, you know, I've wanted to hate Hasan for a while, but now I finally have a good reason to. This is the one. This is the one where you finally have maybe not a good reason, but like a good reason / you know, there were already good reasons to hate him, but like this is the best reason we've ever been given. Basically, he put a shock collar on his dog. Apparently, it wasn't a shock collar. Apparently, it was a totally normal collar. That was it was a vibrating collar, not a shock collar. That's what we've been told, but you know, you can believe what you want. Most people are saying it was a shock collar. The memes are a vibrating collar. I don't know. I mean, it looked pretty metal to me, you know. Exposed metal parts on a vibrating collar. I don't know why you need all that shit, but okay. But apparently, yeah, this happened. He wanted to dog the vibe. Apparently so, man. So this happened, and this has caused a bit of a stir. People don't like Hasan for that. And Ludwig was kind of talking about this situation, and he was not... He was being very, like... Okay, the problem with Ludwig is that he's a fucking fence sitter to the umpteenth degree. Okay? The problem is Ludwig likes to talk about business, but he refuses to stand on it. This has been a consistent problem. He talks about business, but he doesn't stand on it. And what happens when you talk about business that you don't stand on it is that you sound like a feckless bitch. And unfortunately for Ludwig, as he was talking about this situation, that's kind of what happened. He kind of just sounded like a feckless bitch. Not only did he sound like a feckless bitch, he sounded like a guy who drops people at the first possible opportunity. It sounded like he was just dropping Hasan. Like, he's no longer running defense for Hasan. He was like, damn, I'm fucking done with this guy. And you know what that makes you sound like? A fucking asshole of a friend. You're gonna ditch your friends the moment something bad goes wrong? Really? That seems kind of like a rat shit. That kind of sounds like a rat thing to do. Ditching your friends immediately, you know? When things go up in the air? Sounds like some rat behavior. If his friends left or died, it sounds like some rat behavior. Now, there's some stuff that I think is a little bit blown out of context. I can't imagine Ludwig considered himself to be personally deeply friends with a lot of his streamer buddies. I'm sure that he considered them more like colleagues as opposed to friends, but I think like the parasociality of the internet kind of ran that, you know, in a lot of ways. Probably took that ability away from him. Zombie Magikarp is here. There's some drama in JBHL, man. Enel just came through. Mr. Enelged man. We'll talk about that soon. I'm going through streamer drama right now. So yeah, basically that's what's going on. Ludwig is not people are not fans of Ludwig on the internet. Shocking, I know. In my personal take, I think what I said before is what I'm going to stick with. I think that if you're going to talk about business and you're not willing to stand on it, then you're always going to get shit for it. And I think that you deserve it. Rightfully so. You do not, absolutely, you cannot speak about shit and then not like stand on it. If you're going to, you know, talk about drama and you're going to have opinions about stuff and you're not willing to stand on those opinions, then, you know, hey, at some point, you know, the fence is going to be made of fucking barbed wire, and you can't sit on barbed wire, okay? You cannot fence sit forever and expect people to still, you know, like you, right? And that's kind of what Ludwig is. And, you know, hey, that's whatever. He does his own thing. He'll still make money. Life goes on. I know. I just got out of the ER. That's crazy. You got out of the ER. That's wild, by the way. People are arguing. I like how whenever Inelges come through, everybody's always fucking mad. There's never been an Inelge where people were happy and joyful about it. It's never happened before. Never has there been an Inelge wave that people were fucking joyful about. What else did I want to talk about? DoorDash situation? That one's kind of stupid, though. It's kind of boring. Like, some chick just, like, fucking barges into somebody else's property and is, like, being mad about it. It's like, okay. I walked onto a rake and then you know, I stepped on a rake and then it kind of, like, swung forward and hit me in the head like a fucking cartoon. It's like, okay, what do you expect? Don't step on the fucking rake. Like, Jesus, what do we expect to happen? Yeah, that one's not very interesting. There's actually another situation I wanted to talk about that I find actually very interesting because I disagree with people. I disagree with the popular consensus, at least a little bit, on this particular streamer drama. And I think it's an interesting one. I am different. I am different. All right, that's right. Sheepo3 standing on business like he always does. I've always been standing on business since day one. I came out of the womb standing on business. I am special and cool. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I'm both of these things. So, basically what happened. QT Cinderella. If you don't know who QT Cinderella is, QT Cinderella, she's a very popular female streamer who also happens to be Ludwig's girlfriend. How convenient is that? Look at that. Tie-ins, baby. And QT Cinderella got into a little bit of trouble. Completely ancillary to everything else that's been happening. She's also been a bit of a Hassan defender, but that's, you know, entirely, you know, separate to the point here. Basically, QT Cinderella was on somebody else's stream, and people were kind of dogging on her a little bit. They were talking a little bit of shit about her. Did she become Ludwig's GF before or after they became famous? Actually, funny situation. I actually know the lore behind this. QT Cinderella was a much more popular streamer when she started dating Ludwig. And then Ludwig, you know, kind of grew to outpace her. But when they started dating, QT Cinderella was much bigger than he was. So, very funny story. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. She was hedging her bets. And, you know, and now they're both very successful, I'd argue. So I'm not, I wouldn't be concerned about either of them being successful, okay? Both of them are very fucking popular and successful streamers in their own right, so it's not really a concern. But basically what happened, QT Cinderella goes on somebody else's stream and people in the chat are dogging on her, basically talking about why is she friends with FaZe, the FaZe Clan boys. If you don't know the FaZe Clan boys, it's another group of streamers who are popular in their own right, but FaZe Clan boys, they got a little bit of stigma attached to them. Because if you don't know, FaZe Clan boys are basically kind of gamer bros, as in they kind of came from that initial COD community. They all kind of spawned off of that. Maybe they weren't playing COD, but they were spawned off people who spawned from the people playing COD back in the old days, back in like the early 2000s, right? So, these people that kind of, these FaZe boys that kind of came from this COD community, I would refer to them as gamer bros. What does that mean? It means that they kind of flirt around with sensitive topics, is what I'll say, to be diplomatic. As in, they're a little, you know, they can come off as a little bit racist and a little bit homophobic. Maybe not a little bit homophobic. Maybe too homophobic for some people's liking. What do you mean exactly by come off as? As in, they kind of flirt, like, how do I make a good comparison? They are like the kind of people who vote for Trump because they think that he sounds funny, you know? They're not really, you know, they don't really give a shit. And they don't really understand anything because they haven't really done any thinking about it. And so what happens is that they kind of like consume a lot of media that kind of biases them in the right direction. These are a lot of white men, okay? If you want, you know. They're men and they're usually white. And what happens is that they kind of flirt around with like racist jokes a little bit too much. And then they use kind of gay as a pejorative term. A lot, you know. These are the kind of people I'm talking about. The people who used to use gay as like an insult. These are the kind of people. To get engagement? I don't know. They seem pretty genuine for the most part. Maybe to their, you know, maybe to their taste, but for the most part, like these are not people who are like intentionally trying to like bias you in any way. But these are kind of like the intro to like the white the white supremacist pipeline, right? That these kind of unknowing actors who are kind of just, you know, they don't really think about what the fuck they're talking about, like, and how it affects people, like, politically, socially, all that shit. They're kind of just balling. Yeah, they're just kind of stupid. They're just kind of stupid. That's all. They're relatively harmless for the most part, and they have definitely gotten way better. Okay, I talk about this stuff, but like a lot of these people, like it used to be so much worse. Like go back like a decade. Oh my god, bro. All right. It was so much worse even a decade ago, and so we have become better. We have become better, and so basically, Cutie Cinderella is friends with these people. She's done many collabs with them. They are, you know, they're homies. They're homies, and people in this chat were kind of dogging on her, saying, "Cutie, why the fuck are you friends with these people? They're racist. They're homophobic. They're disgusting pieces of shit. Why are you hanging out with these people? Do you even like LGBTQ people?" And Cutie got a little bit heated about that. And she said, and I'm paraphrasing here. I think this is the full, you know, paraphrase here. But basically she said, "I am friends with racist and sexist and homophobic people because, you know, it's not going to do any good if I'm not friends with them. I'm friends with them so I can hopefully, you know, change their minds." She's friends with them, so then she can change their minds. And you know what? A lot of people were not happy about her with this. She got a lot of shit for that. There's a lot of people who are not happy about this. And for me, here's my take. It's like not the worst thing that's ever been said. It's really not that bad. In terms of like shit, like that I thought this drama was for the amount of backlash that she was getting, like this is really not that bad. Okay? It definitely comes off as very like privileged. Okay? It's very easy for like people who are not gay or not of white skin color to be more affected by issues that are caused and perpetuated by homophobes and racists. It's a lot easier for these people to feel the impacts of those issues. So say, you know, oh, just be friends so you can change their mind. Like, you know, it hits a little bit different when you're the actual one being impacted by these issues, right? However, for the most part, this seems like pretty harmless. And exactly, I think that's the big thing for me. I think a lot of like the online like LGBTQ community has a lot of like they go kind of crazy on the way that they identify people. I think that these phase guys, like these are not like fucking avowed fucking homophobes, you know, like they see they see a couple of fucking gays in their town and they're pulling out their fucking 9mm. This is not happening, okay? These boys just play fucking video games and they dick around. This is not that deep. It's really not that deep for the most part. Are they probably harboring some problematic ideologies inside of their subconscious? I'd imagine so, but you know, hey, for the most part, like, these are people that can very easily be like, you know, influenced and impacted either way. Because they're kind of just ignorant. They're ignorant, they're not that smart. And so I feel like Cutie Cinderella is getting so much shit for kind of no reason, really. I think people just want to hate on her right now because of a lot of other stuff. But it's like, okay, fine. I don't know why we're getting shit for this. So that's my take. If you want to be, I think that it's okay to be friends with people that you politically disagree with. That's my take. I think that you can be friends with people that you may be politically different from for other reasons, for other things. To an extent, of course, to an extent, but still. Depends. I think that, like, you know, I think that I'm definitely speaking from a privileged position here, but I think I can be friends with, like, a fucking guy who maybe voted against, like, the legalization of gay marriage. I think I could do that. I think I could be friends with that guy. Maybe we go, like, hunting together or something. I don't know. Maybe he teaches me how to play the banjo. Right? Maybe he fucking voted for Trump, but, like, you know, I'm not there because I'm not there for his fucking take on Trump or his take on gay marriage. And if he brings that up in conversation, I'm going to call him stupid either way. Right? But I think I can still hang out with that guy. I am lucky to not be impacted by a lot of the issues that this community faces. And it feels like I don't, you know, as long as I provide, like, you know, relevant pushback to this shit, I don't have to be a fucking, like, again, I think that we can be friends with people that we politically disagree with. I think the moment that we start adapting this ideology of, like, you need to be morally pure before I can treat you like a human being this is what destroys political movements. It does. Okay? Just because we don't agree with everything 100% of the time does not mean that we cannot work together. Okay? Just because I like capitalism and you think that fucking, you know, Karl Marx is the most based individual on God's green earth doesn't mean that we cannot be friends and we can't work together to, you know, achieve ends. Okay? I'm in a fantasy football league, probably with a bunch of people who voted for Trump. Okay? And guess what? I've told those people to their face that I think they're stupid as fuck for voting for Trump. And we're still homeboys. And we still play fantasy football. Alright? It just means that I'm not going to be taking political advice from them anytime soon, okay? It's just the way it is. They're still fun people. I still like them quite a bit. Doesn't mean I like all things about them, right? So that's what I'm saying. Hey, you know, it's okay sometimes. Again, I'm not saying, you know, go fucking befriend your local Klansman. But I think that I'm not talking about the most crazy you know, like, wild situations, okay? I'm talking about, like, the kind of situations you're probably going to run into. Most of the time, you're probably not going to be fucking meeting up with the head of the I Hate Gays movement, right? Most of the time, you're going to be pretty secure from those individuals. So for the most part, you know, be friends with someone who is actively evil. You're rage baiting. Okay, I'm not going to engage with roses. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's my opinions on things. Exactly. I don't really like to talk about politics with people who I consider my friends. Because I know things get heated, and I'm not interested. I just like being friends with people. Again, this is the She-Bo-Theory fence sitter position. This is actually my only fence sitter position. I'm just, you know, I just want to hang out. I just want to vibe. I don't want to talk about politics. I can talk about politics some other time. If you bring up the topic, though, you fucked up. Boy, you lying? I'm not lying. You can fucking ask any of the people who I'm friends with. I do not bring up fucking politics. At all. Only fence sitter positions? Just because I'm in the middle doesn't mean I'm a fence sitter. There's a difference between standing near the fence and fucking being on the fence, bitch-ass boy. Alright? I'm 10 toes down on almost every single political position I've given on this stream. That's a fucking fact. Minus Israel-Palestine. Every other political issue that I've given an opinion on, I'm 10 toes down. Fucking try me. Exactly. I said with the exception. Dumbass. I said with the exception. Caught you. Okay? One issue I am not 10 toes down on. The one issue I fenced it on. I get one. Everybody gets their one. Everybody gets their one. Okay? Everybody gets their one. I think everybody should get their one. Everybody gets one political position they're allowed to fence it on. Okay? Everything else you have to be 10 toes down. But you get your one. Everybody gets your one. All right, that's all. Enough. I'm done talking about this. I want to talk about other shit. Like more drama that's happening, but it's like not cool or interesting or popular drama. It's like minor drama. Bro's scared. I don't want to talk about this. I don't. I have too many viewers to talk about this shit, MJ. You have to understand. Right now? Talking about politics? Ooh. Who knows, bro? I'm in a Mr. Beast... dude, I'm in a Mr. Beast event now, okay? What if Mr. Beast sees this shit? What if Mr. Beast sees this shit, bro? It's cooked. It's over for me. They're gonna kick me out. You're in a what? A Mr. Beast event. Good ol' Ish from Ish State and Mr. Beast, the guy who gives away millions of dollars, we're having a little bit of a collab. And because I was part of State, I got a priority application that got accepted. So now I'm in a Civilization event that Mr. Beast is hosting. I don't really know what information I'm allowed to share and what not to share. So I'm gonna leave it at that, but I am in one. So basically what we're trying to do is be important enough so we can make a little bit of squeesh and then get the fuck out. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make a little bit of money and then get the hell out. Shout out Mr. Beast. Love you. I did die. But don't worry, Nutella Rain. I believe in you to make more bread and then fight the final boss or something. I don't know. Should have kept instead of breading. Damn. Pain. He was just too shit at the game. God, I hated it. Sheep was just too dog shit. I didn't expect them to chunk me like that, to be fair, okay? I was still on, like, what, 4 hearts? I didn't expect them to chunk me for, like, 4 hearts. I thought it was gonna be, like, because, like last time I got chunked by one of those guys, it was, like, 3.5 or, like, 3 hearts that they hit me for, not 4. All that metagaming and still losing. Damn right, baby. Damn right, baby. We metagame because we're ballers. If your friend wants your friend dead... Okay, I'm not... I had Prot 2 and Prot... Bro, I had like what? I had like 2 pieces of Prot 2 armor, bro. I was not balling. You were... All you farmer people were rich as hell, bro. It was crazy out here. Yeah, I was chilling. But yeah, there it is. It's what happened. Okay, what I wanted to talk about. No, I don't know if I want to talk about this. It's kind of just like, it's an interesting thing. JBHL, or the fucking blocky hockey stuff that I used to play on stream. Now I don't play on stream, but I still talk about it and am interacting with that community quite a bit. It's funny. That community is really funny because it's like, I feel like I'm watching a fucking social experiment where like people are exposed to the consequences of their own actions. If you know what I mean. It's really funny. I was rage baiting? Yes, Roses. Roses, have you ever heard about the boy who cried wolf type shit? I have a hard time engaging with you because it feels like sometimes you're just intentionally saying shit just to tick me the fuck off. Either that or we like majorly disagree. Either we are like we like disagree to like an incredible extent, or you're just saying the exact shit that it takes for you to like press my buttons. I don't know how you do it. It feels intentional at this point. You have to understand. From my perspective, when I read your messages, it feels like, damn, this was crafted to make me angry. That's what it feels like. I could be crazy here, but you know, too many times. Run it for day 5. You want me to? I'm like, yeah, fucking do it, bro. And like Nutella Rain, you can play the event how you want to play. If you want to run the maze, run the maze. I'm dead. I am dead. Okay? Nutella Rain, I have no bearing on your decisions. I do not have a final will. You don't have to carry out my last, my last desire on this earth. I'm dead. I'm not following the event anymore. I'm not like one of those people that like, follow the event after I died. After I died, the event's over for me. I have limited engagement with that event anymore. I'd like to hear what happened, but I'm not gonna intentionally seek it out. It's not that deep. Maybe it's not, Roses, but you have like sometimes, Roses, you'll just be fucking like, I'll say like, can we not, I'm not gonna talk about this anymore, and then you'll keep typing. Like even after like 5 or 10 minutes after I said we're not talking about this anymore, and then you just keep going, and I'm like, okay, bro, just stop. I said please. I have more hatred in this. What got fucking kicked from my... Hold on. What are you typing in my chat, zombie? Fuck ass? That's what was filtered? No, it was not correctly filtered. Fuck ass is entirely fair. Say fuck ass in my chat all you want. What diet could you possibly be having? What the fuck did you go to the ER for? What are you typing? Damn. They really hate fuck ass today. You have any PvP tips? I'm not the guy to ask. I have not been on my PvP arc in a couple of, in a year. It's been a hot minute since I've touched my PvP arc, Nutella. I am not the guy to ask. Go for axe crits. Jump and time your sword swings. So you should be better than me? Yeah, but, I'm not good enough to teach you how to be good. I don't know. Go for crits. Swords do more damage than axe because of, lower charge time. Sword crit chains do more damage than axes. Swords are better for DPS. Swollen lymph nodes in my stomach. I can only eat bland foods. Yeah, I get that. I sometimes I go on bland food diets just because I have a little upset stomach or something. So normally when that happens, I'll just be eating it's usually what is it, white bread, rice, chicken broth, water. Fucking liberals, real. Do you know that makes upset stomachs worse? It does it? I mean, it usually makes me feel not like shit. Carbs make it worse? I thought fats made it worse. I thought the problem was fats. No? Whenever I eat rice, whenever I have an upset stomach or food poisoning or something and I eat rice, normally I feel a lot better than I eat some fucking fats, carbs, and oil. I thought protein made it worse. No? What, you want me to fucking drink a protein shake instead? Are protein shakes good when you have an upset stomach? I don't know. This seems... Maybe I'm crazy. Then what do you... Wait, so carbs, fats, protein isn't good? Damn. There's nothing left. What, just straight amino acids at some point? The hell? Eat a salad? Fermented milk? True. The best way to ferment milk is to leave it in an unplugged-in fridge for 6 months. Actually, the best way to make a fermented milk. That's actually how they used to do it back in the day. I think there's a clip of me smelling milk that went bad and it stayed in my dorm fridge for the entire year. It's just in there. My roommate bought it and put it in there, and we never touched it for the entire year. And it was never seen until I took it out and I smelled it for content because I needed content. It smelled actually like the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. I'm not kidding. I took a whiff. It was the worst thing I've ever smelled ever. It was so bad. Eat a salad? I don't know. I feel like rice does the job pretty well for me. Maybe this is just home remedies, Roses type shit. I just find that whenever I have food poisoning, for an extended period of time, usually rice does a pretty good job at not making me feel pain. Placebo? Probably, but it works. Same way that, like, whenever I have, like, a sore throat, I just drink a bunch of hot water. I don't know how much it actually helps, but, I mean, it makes me feel better, so fuck it. I don't care. Consume medication. I hate consuming medication. I hate medication. I will try my best to not take a pill, ever, in my life. Alright? Fuck the doctor, bruh. That is fucking liberal shit right there. At your grown age, I just don't want to go to the damn fucking doctor, man. I don't want to go. I'll stay the hell home. I'm fine. I'll tough it out. I don't need none of your goddamn sissy medication. I just need some fresh air, some water, and a little bit of time. Stay the hell away from me. Like a little kid throwing a fit. No, whenever I get sick, I become... Like, I hate interacting with anybody when I'm sick. I become the biggest, like, I want to isolate myself, like, from fucking everybody. Don't talk to me. Don't speak to me. I don't want to see you in my vicinity. Get away from me. Whenever I'm sick, I hate people. Let me be miserable in peace, and I'll come back to you when I'm better. Oh, yeah, shit. I forgot to respond to Ovu. Fuck. He did DM me. I needed to talk to him. Fuck you for... I totally fucking... I responded to his DM, but I haven't got... I said I would get back to him, and then I didn't get back to him. I'm actually a dick. When did I say this? Oh my god, I said this 3 days ago. I'm actually a dick. Holy shit, I'll get back to him. After the stream, I'll get back to him. Remind me. I'll remind myself. Yeah, Damn, that's crazy. I'm actually an asshole. I will get back to him. He wanted me to be the narrator, and I said yes, and so I'm going... Or I said I was going to say yes. I was going to say yes. I just haven't gotten around to saying yes. And I am actually a dick. I totally forgot, dude. I looked at the script he sent me, and I wanted to, like, rework it. Because I saw the script, and I'm like, okay, this is, like, a really cool, like, idea, but I'm like, okay, I think I can, like, retool it just a little bit to make it sound more like, you know... To make it sound more like me, something I would say as like a caster, because you know me as a caster, I do like the verbal flourishes, and so I'm gonna try to, you know, I feel like incorporating those into the script would be, you know, it would, I don't know, I'm gonna touch it, touch it up, send it back, say, hey, what do you think of this, and then we go from there. Yeah. Narrator / commentator. So, yeah. I'm trying to... I want to, like, retool stuff a little bit. Because whenever I've done, like, voice acting work, which I've done a little bit of for, like, some Civ event stuff. Whenever I do that and people send me lines, I always, like, rework it to try to, like, fit more, like, what I would sound like or more what I think would sound good. And, you know, again, I'm also open... I like having a little bit of hand in the writing process, okay? Whenever I'm being asked to read something, I want to, you know, I want to get myself involved. I mean it all in good faith. Sorry, what was I going to talk about? Somebody wrote something in my chat. I think, oh yeah, no, Nutella talked to me about, like, fucking other Civ events. Yeah, I'm in 3 right now. Or 3 that haven't started but will start. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Or maybe soon, actually. The Mr. Beast event is starting in 2 days. They still haven't dropped the mod pack yet, which I don't know who started this fucking trend of dropping the mod pack, like, day of the event. I think it's fucked up, but... Okay, also, this Mr. Beast event is, like, I can't stream it. I'm not allowed to stream it, which is understandable. But it also, it clashes with my stream time. So there might be a couple of days where we just don't get streams because I'm too busy, you know, being in a Mr. Beast event. Hopefully you can understand. Or maybe I'll just stream it like a later time. I hope you can understand. I'm making buku bucks over here in the Mr. Beast event. What can I say? And then what else do I got? I got Progeny. Progeny, season Generation 3 Progeny. I already submitted a kill ticket in there, so, you know, we're getting off to a hot start in Progeny, okay? I'm trying to die day 1, or at least die or kill somebody day 1. All right, we're trying to get to action instantaneously, man, brother in Christ. Believe it. And then, what else? I'm in the JJK Civ event. I don't know if I'm ever going to find time to do that. Maybe I just won't play in it. I'll just apply and then I won't play. But who knows? We'll see what happens there. It's like my backup event if I die in fucking Progeny quick. I saw John Juco. Yeah, the 3 people that got nudged in JBHL was you, Jonathan Juco, and then Panthers, which I was a little bit surprised by. I hadn't heard about Panthers being nudged, but this is just my not knowledge of the lore. If he's been there for that long and he's playing this well, then it's like, yeah, I get it. I get why you think Panthers should be nudged. That's fine. I didn't think, honestly, me personally, this is my hot take. I don't think he was playing that good. I think people were hyping him, overhyping him a little bit, but that's just what I've seen. And people are very quick to tell me that I'm stupid and wrong and dumb, and the Maine Lobster shouldn't have been ranked 10th. Well, guess what? In the one fucking game I got to see them play, they look like a hot pack of ass. What the fuck do you want from me, dog? Damn. I'm not gonna rank you based off hopes and fucking dreams when I have actual games I can look at. God damn. These people in their rankings, dude. I can't stand it. I also saw Vations play again, and he still looked not that great. I don't know why people are still gassing Vations. I'm sure he's gonna be good, but he's not looking like this fucking world ender that people make him out to be. It's fucking crazy. If I get more people angry because I ranked fucking Minnesota down or something, Jesus Christ! It's not even an overthinker. I'm an analyst. My job is to analyze this shit. Like, my God, I don't have enough time to watch all the goddamn scrims too. My apologies. I should be online every day. Jesus. I'm not even overthinking. It's diabolical over here, bro. These motherfuckers got hate in their heart. And guess what, baby? That's why the sheep is here. Because I'm going to give you the real fucking rankings, whether you like it or not. Okay? You guys are ranking based off hopes and dreams. I'm banking based on hard fucking facts. All right, facts don't care about your feelings, JBHLers. You hear this shit? Facts don't care about your feelings. No, I'm the JJ Redick of this shit. Zero rings and shit skill. You can't Charles Barkley bad. And went down to the Chiefs because the Bullfrogs looked like fucking a pack. I'm sorry, bro. Your entire team was fucking, dude. In your games, Zombie Magikarp. I'm gonna tell you, in your games, you had only John Juco. That was your only player. Perps Crazy did not look good. I'm sorry, Perps Crazy. In the games that I saw before I made the rankings, he did not look good. He wasn't doing anything. Okay, I'm sorry. Perps Crazy was not looking that good in the games. You can't blame me for not ranking you that high when Perps Crazy was doing nothing. This guy's supposed to be your next star. Now, in the game that he played against Rimouski, he looked great. Perps Crazy leveled up. He looked fantastic. But he didn't look good in the games that I've seen him in. So, hey, what was I supposed to rank you as? Again, you were a team of hopes and dreams. Neither were the Chiefs. The Chiefs looked fine. They lost by 1. Against a Loons team that was really good, that I drastically underrated because I didn't see all their players play. Of course I underrated the Loons, bro. I didn't know they had ball like that. And I said before, like, yo, the Loons could end up being my worst take because I have a lot of young talent that might develop. And guess what? They ended up having a lot of talent that ended up developing. And they became good. And now look at the Loons. They're like a top 3 team in the league, maybe top 2. So no, I was complete. The Tampa Bay Bullfrogs ranking. I was completely correct on that. I'm completely correct on that. Don't give me some bullshit about that shit. You're a top 5 team, but you were not even close to a top 3 team. Don't even pretend, bro. Come on. You were not better than the Loons. You're not better than the Stallions. You were not better than the Chiefs. Now the Chiefs might go down. Honestly, the Chiefs have been looking like, compared to how the other teams looked, Tampa Bay's number 1. Yeah, okay, you're cheesing. Now that's rage bait. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know what I'm going to rank. I want to wait until all the games are done, honestly, before I touch. I'm being realistic. You are not being realistic. You lying out the ass, my boy. Before the Analogous, you are not a top 1 team. And after the Analogous, you are not a top 1 team. Let me tell you. Dude, Zombie Magikarp, I don't want to... I saw the fucking messages above you of B4 acting like a fucking prick. So I'm not trying to, like, shit on you for that game. Yeah, I'm not trying to go after you, okay? But like, damn, what the fuck was B4 on? I'm a known B4 defender, at least to a certain extent, but I can't defend that shit. I never defended that shit. Oh, brother. Yeah, dude, they were hating hard. I don't know why you engaged. I would just left, honestly. Don't even fucking talk. There's no point. Like what? B4 had a good game because, you know, your defense gave him a lot of opening because like he was better than your defense was. He kind of got the better of Tuffles a lot of times. He got a lot of wide open shots. It's like, you know, these were not like super hard contested shots that he was making. No, he got space and he made an open shot. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. You can't really expect the goalie to save that shit. The opposite of Batman. That's true. Yeah, B4 is interesting. He's one of those people that's like very he's very grating, but he's also very good at the game. And I wonder how far he's going to make it, cuz I think that the one interesting thing about like the John Juko situation, and the reason why I think a lot of people in the general were shitting on John Juko cuz he was complaining, is that he's not like good enough to match his level of like annoyingness, right? Or apparently so. I don't know how this guy talks or plays. I've only like talked to him a couple of times, so maybe he's the fucking sweetest person in the world, and people are like misconstruing. But from what I've seen, at some point there's a point where your annoyingness weighs out your potential value that you have to a team, and people just don't want to play with you. Right? Like, look at me. I was not good enough. Like, at the end of last season, I was not good enough to play in NAMHL or even start NAMHL. I was not good enough for that. I got offered a starting job in the fucking NAMHL because fucking Bug liked me. Bug was a huge fan of me. He's like, yo, I want to play with you again. Come start for my team in NAM. And so I had that offer on the table. Ruined his rep for the first season. Again, I don't know any of this lore. What's nice about me is that I get to just not have an ego, and I don't need to have an ego. I don't have to have an ego. I have nothing to base my ego off of, nor do I want to have one. I get to have the most, I have the easiest job in the world. Being a commentator in JBHL is the easiest job in the fucking world. I get to have like no significant opinions. I get to gas everybody up. And I get to do, you know, a bunch of people hear my voice every time they watch their games back. So yeah, I'm the fucking greatest. I get the job where everybody instantly likes me. And I don't even have to play the game. It's fantastic, bro. Oh, it's Charles. I didn't even thank your fucking sub because I'm actually a terrible streamer. Thank you for the sub. 19 months? Is that correct? Oh my goodness gracious. 19 months. Sounds like an ego? Yes, sir. I got a little bit of ego about some shit. If I didn't have ego, then I wouldn't be confident, and I wouldn't be the sick person I am today. I'm not gonna like I'm sorry, how humble do you want me to be, Zombie Magikarp? No, I'm not that good of a caster. No, I am that good. I am that good. I stand on that shit 10 tones down. I could be better. I want to be better. But I am that good. All right? I've worked with enough people to know that I am that good. That you were as a goalie? That's cap. That's fucking cap. No, I got glazed by Caribou, okay? I only started getting glazed as a goalie during the back half of the season into the playoffs, because the first half I was dog shit. All right? You were always better than I was. I was always a much better commentator than I was a player. I've always been a much better commentator than I was a player. And I wasn't a bad player. I wasn't bad at the video game. But I just think I'm that much better as a commentator. So why take the time in trying to play when, you know, I could use my talents doing something more profitable? Profitable is I guess profitable is the correct word to use since I'm making money off of it. At least blocky bucks I am. So yeah, fuck it. I'm happy. Sitting on the bench? Yikes. It sounds like that's been a consistent problem with the midseason NLGs, getting sit on the bench. Shout out to Avery Doors. I don't know why Avery Doors got NLG'd. I felt like that was kind of a crazy NLG to me, to be honest. I think that Avery Doors could have been like a case by case. I think Avery Doors maybe would have been like probably a better midseason. I feel like Avery Doors. She was first rounder, I guess. Man, I guess getting no playtime kind of fucking sucks if all you care about is playing. That's the thing that bums me about like Avery Doors specifically, because Avery Doors is great. I have no like Avery Doors is one of those few people that's like, yeah, I like they're fantastic. There's no like maybe they're like super annoying in like VCs or something, but every time I've talked to them, they're fucking a fantastic fucking swell person to be around. So no playtime is kind of a bummer. Probably just a bunch of hard stuck nommers taking up spots, which is, you know, I guess that's kind of the point of nom, is it not? The hard stuck nommers will take up spots. That's kind of the way it is. To will. Yep. I mean, that's kind of what you kind of signed up for, I think. You signed to the Grizzlies, my friend. I don't know what to say. I don't know how good you were looking in Nam. Weren't you looking like good? Told them to draft me? Weren't you... Dude, didn't you tell me that another team wanted to draft you in the first round and you said no? Yeah, exactly, bro. Okay? So, you know, at some point, you know... It's unfortunate that you got nulged, but hey... After that one fucking save that you made in, like, one of your last games where you were just, like, hitting that puck right back, like, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was, like, you were on fucking diabolical timing with that save. I'm like, you know, this guy's gone. The moment I saw that save, I'm like, yep, this guy's gone. It's not happening. You were trying to poke it into the goal, and you just kept hitting it away. I don't know how you did it. It was crazy. I'm like, yep, this guy is gone. He's not coming back. Oof. The thing is was after the Boston pick? That's crazy. Oh well. What can you do, I guess? I guess just keep scrimming and playing the game, and at some point, you know. I guess being a goalie is always going to be a hard time, because as a goalie, you kind of just have to stumble into the right situation a lot of the times. There's just a lot less goalie spots. So if you're a talented goalie, guess what? You know, sometimes you just, you know, there's no space for you. Level 9's not been treating me right. At least I've been hitting the frame perfect semi-regularly, so... Happens on Thursday. All that. Speaking of Thursday, I gotta start getting my stuff in order. I'm waking up early tomorrow so I can watch League of Legends, and then I have to do a bunch of, like, housekeeping stuff. I got a decent amount of stuff to do tomorrow. I'm feeling gooch. I had to submit my ballot today. That's a fun part. Or yesterday I did. I submitted my ballot. I voted in the California election. It's a special election. It's a special California election. Comes out of nowhere because of Prop 50. Let's talk a little bit about politics while we're all here. Or while nobody's here. Prop 50 is a proposal that Gavin Newsom made, basically saying we're going to gerrymander the fuck out of our state because Texas is doing it. And you know what? I voted yes. I voted yes to gerrymandering. And as I sealed the ballot, I watched my democracy, you know, go up in steam and smoke, and it, you know, I watched it disintegrate into nothing as I voted yes on that measure, but it was necessary. Ha. I don't know how the historians are going to look back at this period like 50 years later. It'll be interesting. How historians will look back on us 50 years from now. But we're good at the game. Let's go. Level 10, I'll do a little bit of level 10 practice. It's really not that big of a deal, though. Honestly, I feel like level 10's, like, not that hard. There's just, like, one trick that you have to hit. And that trick is, like, one frame perfect and then, like, just me not being stupid for the most part. If I'm stupid, then I won't hit it. See, that was me being stupid. That was the frame perfect. I feel... Was I doing that? I think I was doing that right. I think I have to hold forward there. It felt wrong somehow. I don't know why. No, I can't hold W on that first jump. I have to bounce off the slope and then hit the jump button. I think that's why I messed up. Try Roguecraft. I just have not had the time Zombie Magikarp. Unironically. It's turned into one of those things that it's like, you know, maybe in like a month. It's still content that I want to do. Damn it, bro. Does that still go? Hey, you know, hey, whatever works, I guess. Still have not hit level 10 clean. That should hit. There we go. Sloppy. Okay, well, that's slow as hell. Hopefully we get a better level 10, because that felt a little bit towards the back end. Hopefully it's a little bit cleaner if I actually get to it in a run. Nice. Bad, actually. I didn't hit the frame perfect. Yeah, just been too many Civ events, and then this stupid red ball shit is, like, taking up all my time, because unfortunately, I have still not gotten my sub 3. And I really want my fucking sub 3, okay? I really want my sub 3. I will do anything to get my sub 3. I want this so bad. And it might be another 40 damn days of playing this fuck ass game before I even touch it. Something's got to give here. I got to get a lucky run, or I got to like find some significant improvement or something. Cause golly, brother. All right, I'm gonna practice level 12. Because I was not getting through level 12 for some reason recently. Because level 12 should be a really easy shoo-in, but I just haven't been able to do it consistently. Like that. Some shit went down? Please. Drop the T, sister. Damn. What is with my level 12? I know that there are some Roblox sports, and I've played a couple of them. I used to play Superstar Soccer League, and now in my free time, if I ever get a couple, like, free minutes, I'll sometimes play a match of that fucking, like, the badminton game that they have. That one's pretty fun. If not a little bit pay to win. But I guess all of Roblox is fucking pay to win, so you can't ever escape that, even in, like, the so-called competitive games. If you have a ranked system and pay to win, it just doesn't match. But hey, fuck it. Most of those kids are shit anyway. They sold it to someone for too gay. I actually want to look this up. How do I not hit that? It feels crazy. Dude, what is my level 12? Now you got me curious. CVR? I feel like I might have seen this game, or I might have even played it. Hold on, I gotta look this up. The new owner sold it to a 45440 Corey to a pedo and a racist. Damn. First of all, damn. Second of all, I mean, get that bag, right? That sucks, though. What's this game called? CVR. It is just called CVR. Oh, wow. What the fuck? 40K for 500 players? This has got to be one of those try-hard volleyball games. This is not like... It's got to be one of those try-hard games, bruh. Oh, yeah. Okay. That shit. I'm crying. Dude. Okay, that shouldn't be funny, but it's really funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's really funny. The popular volleyball game is Volleyball Legends, but I assume that Volleyball Legends is the more like poppy version. I'm pretty sure, like, for every sports game in Roblox, what I've noticed is that there's the friendly, colorful poppy version, and then there's the try-hard version. And the poppy version always has way more viewers, or way more players, but the try-hard version is like probably just a better game. It's just like way too difficult to get into. It's very like the learning curve, like the skill floor you need to be competent and have fun is like pretty high. That's the problem with these try-hard sports games, is that they have a very high skill ceiling, but their skill floor is also super high as well. So you can't have fun with the game and be like bad. So new players just get the fuck out of there instant because it's no fun. 40K is fucking crazy, dude. 40K for that shit? Dude, what the fuck is Twitch on today? For Zombie Magikarp's getting attacked. Twitch got some fucking beef. They censored tryhard? You're fucking not serious. Fucking tryhard is censored? Oh, brother. something I can make a lot of jokes off that, but I'm not going to. CVR is try hard because it's more exactly. I used to play real volleyball. 7th grade I played volleyball. I was not that good as a seventh grader at volleyball, even compared to my fellow 7th grader year olds. And then I tried out for the team in 8th grade and I didn't get in and I cried. That also happened. I tried out for the team in 8th grade because I wanted to get back on, and I didn't make it past tryouts. The only time I'd ever not made it a sports team. But then I tried out for water polo in high school while having no previous water polo experience, and it worked out because I was fast because I swam. That's all I needed. I looked like I was competent in the water, and that's all I needed. Only problem is that a bunch of people on the water polo team were a bunch of fucking assholes. Tends to be really like locker room culture sometimes. Can just be like a bunch of assholes just shit on freshmen. A bunch of the seniors were just bullying. And then we didn't do that. Or at least all my freshman class, when we became seniors, we didn't bully the freshmen because we weren't dicks. Oh, does that make it? Fuck! Fuck! Fucking liberal. Don't tell me about being a sissy liberal. Cause I ain't one of those. What the old owner said in DMs. Oh, brother. For your own sake, you should delete that message. When I take you out of context, Zombie Magikarp, and take down your entire career. You only had to say it once, I think. It's maybe a little bit excessive. So how's the community doing about that? I mean, he owns the game, right? Are they just like fucking abandoning it, or like for 40K? What did the owner expect to get out of this? For 40K? That seems like so much money. 40K? Like, this seems like crazy. This seems like crazy work to me. For kids? Damn, what kind of rich ass fucking pedophile, dude? Fucking Jeffrey Epstein back from the fucking dead, dude? Oh my god, I hit that shit too. I need context. Apparently there's a Roblox volleyball game that got bought out by an owner who's a pedo and a racist. And he bought it for 40K. He paid the old owner of the game 40K to buy the Roblox game. So he could find more kids to groom or something. Because I checked the game on Roblox. It has less than 500 players right now. For 40K? Bro, I know what Roblox splits look like. That lucky owner? What do you mean that lucky owner? I don't know where he's getting all this money from. What the fuck? Did he like invest in like cryptocurrency or something? When it was at his like peak? Or is he just a scammer? I don't know. How do you make that kind of money? 40 fucking K. You can just drop on a Roblox game. That's my entire life savings. Real estate. Oh, I guess. Real estate. I need mod view in my chat. Real estate, man. Maybe I should get into real estate. Maybe I might make some money. His Roblox account? Okay. I will. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but hey, man. I hope he gets, you know. Sorry, I shouldn't say I hope he gets banned. He's not gonna get banned. It's Roblox. I thought Airbnbs were getting like fucking regulated. I guess in California they were, or they are, or maybe like I thought Airbnbs were like not fucking the shit anymore. I thought that market was failing. It's picking up? Really? No offense, I'll just go to a hotel. I've stayed in a couple of Airbnbs, and for the most part, I've preferred hotels. I stick to hotels. You know what I want to do for a living? I want to moderate a pay-to-win Minecraft server. That's what I want to do for a living. I want to be the head moderator. And so I can tell kids that they're not getting their refund. And we took their parents' credit card money and they're not going to get it back. Evil sheep talking. I want to be a PS4 repairman. That's a joke. And I think there's a joke there. I think that's brain rot, if I'm not mistaken. The new age brain rot, it's starting to pass me by, I'm not going to lie. There's some shit I still don't really understand. The fucking tung sahur thing, I still don't really get that. I get the Kabulaim mechanism. I'm with that. 6-7? Is 6-7 not a thing anymore? Have we already passed up 6-7? That feels quick. Passing up on 6-7 feels quick. The jaunt is not brain rot. That's cap. The jaunt is not. There's no way they've turned the jaunt into brain rot. I don't believe you, bro. Oh, in terms of torture? I mean, it's both infinite hell, right? Arguably, the jaunt is less... I guess arguably the jaunt is less embarrassing. I don't like this hypothetical. Can we move on? Join the Discord server? I will not. Sorry, I misread your message, Zombie Magikarp. Okay, I get it. The guy's not a good guy. I get it. This is not a good guy. Well, we'll see how this game goes, I guess. It's an eternity of rotating my arms. Oh, I didn't realize you had to do it manually. I thought that shit just happened. You have to manually rotate your arms? I thought it was a mechanism, right? You just did that automatically. Jesus. Sorry, train. That's funny. Well, you know, rip. I guess rip your game, Zombie Magikarp. Life goes on. They're making a new one. Okay, well, you know, hope that goes well. Man, I gotta touch some fucking grass, dude. Jesus. Maybe I should go out for drinks tonight or something. Never mind, I shouldn't do that. It's a fucking Tuesday. I should go out for drinks on a Tuesday. Jesus Christ. Okay. Never mind, it might just be worse. Are you doing anything for Halloween, or are you just gonna wear a scary sheepskin? I'm not doing shit for Halloween. Maybe I'll play a scary game. But in terms of other stuff, I don't have any plans. What could I do for Halloween? I don't even know. Tuesday on... Dude, you are not... Zombie Magikarp. You are... Don't talk to me about drinking. Get that man a fucking... Get your ass a damn apple juice, Zombie Magikarp. I don't want to hear it, okay? Go get a sparkling water. Oh, dude, I could drink that really good beer I have in my fridge. I kind of want to now. You reminded me. I have a really tasty beer in my fridge, and I want to have it. Like, I want to drink it not for the alcohol, but for the taste. That's crazy. I've never said that about a beer. I want to drink it for the taste. Man, maybe I'm going crazy. It's a really good beer. With what? Dude, I'm a mega lightweight, but this beer is good. Hold on. If anything, it'll encourage me to sleep sooner. Oh, speaking of sleeping, or not speaking of sleeping, speaking of stuff that I need to do soon. Or stuff that I am doing. November's coming up, boys. You know what that means. If you remember last year, you don't, but if you do, no gooning to femboys is what that message reads. Nutting. Yeah, wrong. Yes, I am in the group chat. The group chat is it's apparently become a yearly tradition where a bunch of people that I don't talk to at any other time of the year come together and we make a giant group chat. And the existence of the group chat is to facilitate who has nutted and who hasn't. And when you nut, you must leave the group chat. You are banned from the group chat. This is my third year being in the group chat. In the first year, I completed No Nut November. I did it. Because I didn't think I could. And I said, I want to have that dog in me. And I had that dog in me. It turned out that Sheep03 did indeed have that dog in him. First one out. Dude, I made it the whole fucking month, dude. I was him. I'm not kidding. I did a whole month no nut. And then I think last year I was like the third one out. I lasted like 10 days because I wasn't really making it. It wasn't that serious. Now, the problem now is that I'm going into this group chat and I'm fucking unemployed. And unemployment makes you fat and horny is what unemployment does. And so I'm worried. Little known fact about being unemployed. It's mostly because you're bored. Because you have too much time. And the problem with me is that I hate using that time for anything that's like productive because I feel bad. I have this worm in my brain that the moment I'm not doing anything like productive or I'm not like helping myself, I shut down and I can't do anything else. So I end up doing nothing. It's the worst. You have a hockey commentator? You're a hockey commentator? I commentate so fucking much. Oh, bro. I'm not commentating tonight. I am actually putting my fucking foot down on this one. I wasn't going to commentate on Monday, but I got roped into it because nobody else was doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care if nobody else is commentating. I don't care if Caribou has to fucking run the stream by himself. I do not give a shit. This is not happening. I'm going to bed at a reasonable hour. Thank you. Being a commentator is fun. I hear every time I talk to Cryo, he tells me good things about what he's doing in commentary, which is nice. Cryo's doing some IRL stuff with commentary, which is really cool. First guy I ever commentated with. Go blood vein pop in the ER and it's bleeding again. Well, alright, have fun with that, I guess. Try not to die, big man. Mr. Sheep. God. I might be an unk. Jesus. I need to get myself some pussy, bro. It gets to a point. I gotta look up, like, local activities that I can participate in. What are some local Sacramento activities I can participate in? Maybe I gotta join, like, a workout group. God. Join Pilates? Bro, I'd die. Do you know how much core strength it requires to do Pilates, bro? You're gonna die. The problem with Pilates is that it works muscles you don't even know you have. I'm not built for Pilates. I know my mom, dude. Oh my god. My mom is actually built like a fucking tank. She doesn't do like Pilates, but she does like something similar to it. She's got a workout class. She does core. Dude, she's built like a damn... Dude, maybe not built like a tank, but she's built like a very... She's built like a stick of bamboo. Because, oh my god, she is strong. The tiniest, skinniest woman you've ever seen is fucking wiry and dangerous, man. I swear. Dude, these Pilates women, man. They are no joke. I'll stick to the gym, thanks. Because if there's one thing I am with my working out, MJ, it is performative. I work out to be performative. Thank you. I was dying doing cardio. I was not having any fun. You know what I should play on stream? I should play Go. That should be the next, that should be the next, what's it called? That should be the next arc. Go. You know, like the game on the board with the stones. You ever heard of Go? I should play that. Apparently it's popular in China. Next night, no, the next arc is Hollow Knight when I get a new computer. That's when Hollow Knight arc starts. And also after I beat Red Ball Sub 3. I need to beat Red Ball Sub 3. I might go back to every single stream being red after all these Civ events are done. Damn, I might start streaming every day just to beat Red Ball Sub 3. I'm not kidding. I might start streaming no face cam just to get more runs in. I might just start doing like fucking mid, no entertainment, no fun streams where I'm just playing Red Ball. Just so I can get this off my plate. I'm not kidding. Gonna last a year? Probably. Red Ball mechanism. It is unfortunate. You were supposed to be different. Dude, I need to win. I have invested too much in this game to not get this goddamn esoteric achievement. No, we're going to Agartha, asshole. I conquered my own sub 3, but everyone else is still too goated. Far right grift? Wait, Agartha is a far right grift? What? Yes? Wait, what? I don't know all this. I thought that shit was a TikTok meme. Oh, is that why and how the area... What? What is the lore, bro? I am not... Yes, it is beer. I'm drinking it for the taste, not for the alcohol. Some writers have alleged connections between Nazis and Agartha which have no evidence. What's the source? That's from Good and Clark 2002. Black Sun Aryan Cults, Esoteric Nazism, and the Politics of Identity. That's a book by historian Nicholas Goodrick Clark. Okay, so apparently it has nothing to do with Nazism. And some interpretations involve Aryanism? Some interpretations of Agartha have Aryanism as part of it. The original idea did not involve an underground kingdom, but it was an ancient city. In contrary to later depictions, Agartha was not created by Aryans, but their precursors, who were overthrown by Aryans. I mean, maybe Wiki is crazy. Dude, whenever I look up Agartha, it's just fucking CSGO edits, dude. Fucking Yakub. Yeah, it's all memes. Bro, it's all memes. Dude, one of their characters is like an alien and like a black dude. Is this the fucking... This does not. This does not scream. Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. I saw a video that is disagreeing with me. You're not chronically online to understand the references? Is it actually just fucking race baiting the whole time? I thought it was just funny memes. Damn, the alt-right really got this fucking dog whistling shit down to a science, huh? Holy shit, it's all a dog whistle? It was all a dog whistle the whole time? It was all a dog whistle the whole time? I can't believe it. Alright. Always has been? Damn, we can't have shit in this world, can we, MJ? Jesus. Alright. I guess that explains why it's over CS2 specifically. Oh well. What a shame. I thought that the memes were funny. I'm sorry. They're mad because the markets have crashed and they're resorting to Nazism? Seems a little bit of it seems a bit of like an extreme step, no? CS2 players? Yeah, that's the problem, I guess. See, it's just one of those games, you know? Not me missing level 5 2 times in a row. Me and my divas? No diva watches sheep. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Nary a diva that has ever touched a sheep stream. J-Dog? A diva? Don't. That's a crazy reference, MJ. Blumenty in the Big 25? This shit happened like a year ago. J-Dog. Let's go! We finally hit level 6. Imagine I hit level 7 as well. Oh, you know, keep imagining. I gotta check my fantasy football lineup. I won last week. Bless. Man, we're bringing it all back, aren't we? You have craft, right? I do. I believe so. Damn, J-Dog fucking pops up. I believe I have craft. I've got 2 tight ends on my starting roster, and they both did better than my wide receivers, which is so funny to think about. Never have I had 2 starting wide receivers on my fantasy roster, but I got a flex tight end. Sorry, I should have said tight ends. I've never had a flex tight end before, but I guess tight ends are just up in value, and I got 2 really good tight ends. I know, dude. He got me like what? I could check. It was like 20 something points. It was great. Him and the big man, dude. Jonathan Taylor's been going fucking crazy. I still got Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's been going bananas, bro. Bro decided to be an elite running back again. It's great. He's like 30 points every game. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, 36. Shut the fuck up, MJ. Yeah, look at this. 30 points, 21, 32, 36. Jonathan Taylor's been going crazy this year. Deadass. Justin Herbert had a good game. Yeah, Tyler Kraft, 29 points. That's wild. Dude, Tucker Kraft is my flex. Tucker Kraft is my flex. I've got Dallas Goedert as my starting tight end. And he's been doing fantastic this year, too. Has Kraft been doing better? I wonder. Like, overall. Kraft has been picking it up. Man, that's crazy. Who else do I got? Yeah, my kicker had 20 points. I have the Steelers kicker, which is probably a great choice. Niners, my defenses have been ass, though. I get to choose between the Niners defense or the Giants defense. I might want to switch out. I might want to find a new defense, honestly. Because those defenses have been not treating me very well. And then this fucking Kareem Hunt guy, he goes one game where he scores like 3 points, and then another game where he scores 18 or something. This guy's stupid. And let both of them go. Vikings are a whole ass mess. Where am I seeded in my league now? I won this week, so I'm the 4th seed, but I'm 5-3, so pretty good. We cracked 1,000 points in 8 games, which is pretty good. So all things considered, Sheep 003 has had a pretty good year so far. We are solidly in the winners. We are solidly in the playoffs so far. There is still a lot of time to go, okay? We are still making it there. But we might be in the playoffs this year if we can keep this stretch going. The problem is there's also like 2 teams that are 4-4. So there is still the top 8 teams we're battling in this fantasy league, okay? There are battles being had right now. All right, this is no joke. I have to stay competitive. I'm not so far ahead that I can't, 5-3, that shit keeps you humble. 5-3 keeps you humble. I had a good start, and then I started sucking. And then hopefully we're back now. Just got to keep this momentum going. Got to tell my players that. And I got to find some better wide receivers. I have to find some better wide receivers. I desperately need better wide receivers. Because shit is getting nasty. Yeah, CTE2 got Cam Scatabo. Or Scatabo. Yeah, he is done. I think he broke his ankle or like fractured it somehow. Yeah, he's not playing for the rest of the season. He's out, which sucks because he just lost one of his 3 years of being good at the video game. Good at the actual game, I should say. Not good at the video game. He won't be very good at video games once he's done. Yeah, I guess he's got 3 good years and he just lost one of them, so GG's. Poor Giants. They looked like a pretty fun team this year. Jackson Dart has been looking pretty solid, all things considered. I guess I haven't been really watching his games, but he had one game where he's been looking okay. Warriors have been looking okay this year so far. Not the greatest, not the worst. They're running it back, and they're kind of doing the same shit that they did last year, unfortunately, which is kind of just being carried by Curry. Fucking white boy extraordinaire is not doing anything. Peabody is not doing anything. Draymond Green is, well, yep. And then you would hope Jimmy Butler would pick up a little bit more of the slack, but I guess it is the regular season. Who knows? Maybe this Warriors lineup will actually work. I mean, they're gonna make it to the playoffs. Draymond Green, you just be Draymond Green. Yeah, let's go fucking get another flagrant. The problem with Draymond Green is that the flagrants, like, I could be okay with the flagrants because he helped us win games. I feel like he's, you know, I feel like he's not winning games. He's not as good, and so the flagrants are getting more and more of a problem. Because he's not winning us more, he's not winning us enough games to, you know, justify all the fucking bullshit, right? All the baggage that comes with Draymond Green, he's not doing enough to justify it. Imagine, dude. That'd be hilarious. MJ has seen too much Vigil AI on his feed, and it's breaking his brain. Honestly, it's kind of breaking my brain, too. This is the new version of brain rot. Every time there's a new template for the fucking Vigil AI shit, bro. The best part is, even if Vigil AI falls out of popularity, there will always be a new, we will always find new ways to slander our favorite athletes. And you know what? Maybe that's what's great about sports. Is that even at their best, we will still find ways to slander those who just do what we can't. Sheep on that Vigil AI after the sub 3 fumble. If I actually do, okay, if I fumble a sub 3 at level 12, then you can make a Vigil AI out of me, okay? If I fumble sub 3 at level 12, then you can make a Vigil AI. Only then, okay? Do not put my fucking name through Vigil AI. Don't let my fucking likeness touch the fringes of that platform beforehand, okay? I need to do something that is deserving of slander. Damn, what an awful choice. Would you rather... This like asking which layer of hell would you like to go to? Oh, man. Coffee shop? I hate coffee shops so fucking much. I actually just might say incredibly gassy. Just because I hate that stupid coffee shop song so fucking much. I'm glad that one is falling out of popularity. Because that is genuinely like the most grating thing to me. It is so cringe and grating and annoying. I hate, like, even, I understand it's slander. But it's gotten to the point where it's like, it's so annoying, it transcends slander to me. I know that it's slandering bad athletes. I don't care. I want it dead. Coffee shop, I hate coffee shop. MJ seems to be a huge fan. MJ's singing that shit while he goes to sleep like a lullaby, bro. It's catchy? It's not. That's a fucking... You are... This is... Dude, you're such a fucking sissy liberal, dude. You're such a libtard. Where did that song even come from? What's the lore behind the stupid coffee shop song? Really? Cat media, you smart girl. Fuck you, J-Dog. Tell your cat to go suck on some catnip. Sarah Matic? This is the original video from Sarah Matic. Who is this person? Oh, it's a vertical one. Oh, shit. Subscribe for more wholesome, catchy bops. Hold on, I need a... She makes silly songs. I wonder what her last silly song is. Hold on. I paused the music. Let's go to popular. This is the song that I wrote and released about a genie and a hamster.
This is a song that I wrote about a genie. This is a song that I wrote about a genie just because I wanted to. I met a genie, came right up to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. I hate that. I want to be the next SNL cast member, and here's why I should be a contender. Baby No Money, that is Baby No Money to millennials. That song, the stupid coffee shop song, is Baby No Money to millennials. Baby No Money to me is just that. Baby No Money makes the same song over and over again. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it. Because I like Baby No Money's music in general. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not Baby No Money's #1 fan. But I'm not gonna hate on his music. He does his thing. Every time I hear a Baby No Money song, I am not verbally assaulted. And honestly, of all the things that could be popular, at least that one doesn't assault my ears in some kind of unfortunate way. What words did you just utter? Is MJ's vocabulary expanding? I feel like I've never heard you say the word utter. I've never heard you type that. Never seen you type that word in chat. Are you becoming more eloquent? And for what reason? I don't know. The question is, I'm asking, like, I've always been this way, MJ. Don't start with me. I've always been talking with, with the big words. When did you start? MJ's becoming more eloquent. I don't know what's happened. Damn. Diabolical work. I'm gonna make it. I believe. The Yellow King? The Yellow King? That sounds like a fucking... I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking. The Yellow King? This is something I don't understand. This is like Group 7. I don't understand it. No, are you talking about the Cosmic Horror? Sorry, I thought that you were referring to the Burger King guy. The Yellow King. I thought you were referring... Oh, is this an SCP? No, the King in Yellow. The book contains 9 short stories and a sequence of poems. I see. Alright, so it's a little bit of freaky shit. Oh, Wendigoon. Maybe I should watch some Wendigoon videos then. Well, I know Wendigoon's base because he's not a sissy liberal like the rest of you are, so. Exactly. I just said, bro. It's kind of hard to call yourself smart when you watch videos about the books that you're not reading. I will say, it does feel like, what's the word I want to use for it? It does feel like a little bit of literary degradation. Damn, we already talked about the Cutie Cinderella shit. You totally missed, Mirez. No, I don't think Cutie Cinderella's done. I actually said I thought that whole situation was overblown. Like, maybe I'm not getting all the context, but the shit that she said, it didn't seem that awful to me. I could be crazy, though. Maybe I'm not getting the full context of what she said, but for the most part, it didn't seem super fucking horrific. Of all the horrific things I've seen people say / do, it feels like, not the worst thing ever. Enables MJ. Ooh, MJ actually comes out with a fire fucking response. It does enable capitalism. Shit, he's right. He's woker than I am, dude. Damn it. I got out-woked. Fuck. I got out-woked. Damn it. Oh, man. To be fair, I'm always kind of like inherently defeated in the battle of woke. I can never outwoke anybody, all right? Being who I am. The moment I turned on a face cam, I immediately threw away my ability to outwoke anybody, unfortunately, you know? MJ's non-binary? Base, dude. I'm the ultimate enemy to woke. That's not true. I shouldn't say that. That sounds really bad. I'm playing some Minecraft music set, bro. Did you not see the fucking announcement, bitch ass boy? Stay up with the times, brother. Broski Maoski. Album of the week? I mean, I listened to the damn Taylor Swift album recently. That was my album of the week. Then I listened to the new Joey Valance and Bray album. That one was pretty fun. I listened to a new album by a guy called I listened to that Burial album a while back, the freaky one. I listened to an album by some weird fucker that was all like piano shit called Metropole. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I've been listening to new music. Granted, it's all kind of in my lane of general normal music, but I still listen to new stuff. I still be on that hoe. Rave? I do not like rave music. It's a little bit too much, I think. It's just too, I don't know how to it's just too much. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but it's just too much. Too many things happening. I don't like it. It's overstimulating. Oh, brother. I don't think I would like a rave. I don't think I would enjoy a rave. If I went to a rave, I would not be a happy camper. I'll tell you that. So much noise, dude. It's so loud. I bring earplugs to the movie theater in case they play the damn movie too loud. They, them energy. Rap over, dude, imagine a conservative who like hates rapping, but they justify it as being overstimulating. The sensitive conservative, imagine, dude. He voted for Trump, but he's just a little sensitive. He's just a little sensitive guy, and that's okay. Imagine Ben Shapiro as like a sensitive femboy. But he's still doing like the Ben Shapiro thing. Except every time like somebody like attacks him on the internet, he just starts crying. But not like, you know, like like cute crying where like he's shedding big tears. He's like, stop being mean to me. You know? Oh my god. I'm just imagining Ben Shapiro with fucking cat ears right now. Dude, oh my god, Ben Shapiro is a cat boy? Bro. If there was an experiment, or if there was a procedure that could make people into cat boys, I want Ben Shapiro to be the test subject. I want to see Ben Shapiro come back on his show, but this time he's just got cat ears and a tail. And he just has to explain that to his audience. So, I had a bit of a procedure. What a day. I'm gonna get that commissioned. That's gotta be commissioned. That has to have already been made. I'm not the first person to think of that. What? How was that? What? Bro, this fuck ass game hates me. Ben Shapiro cat boy. Images. Oh, yep, there it is. Show it. Hold on. Stand up. That's crazy work. Honestly, it's not bad. Wonder Bread kink. There's always some like crazy fucker with the weirdest kink ever. It's a nice image. It's a good piece of art. Okami, what are you doing here? You really do have terrible timing. Welcome back, Okami. How are you? I got added. Oh no. Some JBHL thing. How are you doing? Oh no. Caribou's having a bad day. I might, dude. Do I actually have to cast this? I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not casting. I'm not fucking casting. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Caribou, you can't force me to do this shit. Tactical deer term is being EP. I'm a bit EP right now. That's true. I am fucking EP. Oh man. I got a lot of shit going on, Kami. How are you doing? Are you playing in that fucking Progeny? Are you doing Progeny Gen 3? You are, right? You're returning? You're back in business? The big comsters? You're still for Aaron, right? You're still doing that thing? Man, I got a DM Fluxion on how I want to kill him. Sorry, almost killed me. It's true. I got a DM Flux to see if I can convince him to let me kill him. You know, actually, I wanted to get your take on this. I wanted to do a little bit of metagaming, Kami, because you have to understand, Mr. Okami, my goal is to make this season of Progeny actually interesting. If theoretically Fluxion were to die, do you think that would create enough political destabilization in the Aaron Kingdom to make it interesting? Or would they just reform under, like, a new leader instantly and it wouldn't mean shit? Would there just be a new leader and nobody would ever, like, do anything? Because the problem with Aaron is that it's just too powerful. There's too many people in Aaron. And it means nobody wants to really, like, nobody really wants to touch him. Already his heir? So if I were to kill Flux, it wouldn't do anything? If you kill both of them? I just want something interesting to happen, Okami. You have to... Dude, you have to understand. It was so boring. Generation 2 was so fucking boring. I just need something. Just some stimulation. Any kind of stimulation, bro. I'm gonna DM Flux, I think. I think that's the only way, because there's no way I can kill Flux without, like, setting something up. There's just no way. He's got too many guards, too many people. Like, there's just no way. Like, he's always wearing armor. I can't fucking kill Flux. There's just, like, unless I set up the craziest fucking trap of all time, which the mods will not allow, there's just no way I can beat him. I can't beat him. No, dude, that sand trap is fucked. It's two levers, and you already know. Like, I'd have to convince you to, like, ignore one of the levers. Can you just, like, pretend to not see that one of the levers are flipped? Just, and then also tell me if they've added in any other mechanisms that to prevent it from being pulled. I want both of those. I need you to avert. I need you to take a blind eye, Okami. That's what I need from you. I need you to avert an eye as I try to murder Fluxion. And you know what? If I fail and everybody sees me, then, you know, go ahead. You know, get the kill. But at some point, I need to fucking kill this guy, dude. Or die in the process. My character's gone blind in one eye. Oh, hell yeah. In lore explanation for metagaming? You'll love to hear it. It's called business-based individual shit, bro. Sorry, I was responding to a text message. Or Two Hearts and Sleep isn't a thing, and sleeps... Exactly! Oh my god, Okami! You're just saying so many good words right now, Okami. I hope you know that. Man, I'm so glad I met you in the fucking Gen 1 of fucking Parables, when that entire event was shit, and me meeting you was like the only good thing that came out of it. Or I guess I met a bunch of other people. Man, man, this is why Civ events are fucking great. I get to meet cool fucking people, bro. Shout out to all the... Dude, I mean... Man, the last person that I felt this way about, or I guess like... I guess an interesting comparison of like cool people that I meet who are just... I find very interesting. The last person I met was Tricky. Do you guys remember Tricky? He was my fellow bodyguard in the Scapolo event. And this guy, man, he treated me with such reverence, bro. I have never been treated with such like fucking respect in my life. Tricky was treating me like a fucking, like I was a progenitor of ancient knowledge, bro. I would just like do regular bodyguard stuff, and he's like, "Wow, you're so good at this, sheep." And I'm like, dog, it's okay. I felt, dude, I liked him a lot. He was a really good bodyguard. It was definitely his first time doing it. I think he just really, yeah, he liked me a lot. I think he just really wanted to do a good job. He just really wanted to do a good job because this was his first time getting like a role like this. And I basically I tried to help him out, you know, like, hey, do this, look like this, you know, for the story. And dude, man, every time I DM'd him, he would always instantly there. I would private message him. He's like, yeah, I got you every single time, bro. Shout out. Honestly, shout out Tricky. I don't know. I know he's not going to hear this, but it's Tricky. Fucking great guy, dude. Genuinely super fun guy to hang out with. And I had a lot of fun playing with him in that event. Man, super fun times. Fear's getting it, bro. Maybe it is. But man, that guy was, I think about, sorry, just texting people. I will. Hell streamer, fuck you. God forbid I have friends. I'm gonna drink more beer. Who else can I be nice to? Anybody else who I can glaze really quick? Anybody got any names? I'm a little bit, not a little bit. I'm not even drunk. I wanna glaze people some more. We're doing glazing. We're doing a Sheepo 3 glaze sesh. Who else? Let's see. Mr. Rempel. That's another guy I met in Scapola. Man, Mr. Rempel is fucking fun as hell. Shout out to Rempel. Super fun, super great guy. Roses, honestly? Roses is, man, for as much as I kind of like shit on Roses a little bit, Roses has definitely been like one of those people that kind of came in early and has been like a generally productive member of chat for the most part. And one of those people that like kind of initially engaged with my political shit, so I can't blame him. Shout out Roses. Actually, for the most part, I enjoy Roses being in chat. When we get to have like a full conversation. Rempel. Who else do I gotta glaze? Let's see. Those were the two people that I'm in the Scapola of, and it's tricky. You know who else I should glaze? Oh, some people from the fucking Dante Ware was pretty fun. I didn't get to meet him a lot. I feel like I died too early in the Maze Runner thing, but Dante seemed like a pretty chill guy. For the time that I got to talk to him. Who else? It was Sturb. Sturb was fun. Sturb, Myklanos, or Mykalnos, I believe is how you pronounce it. I always mess up the pronunciation of that name. Mykalnos, and then Rumnes, I believe is how you pronounce it. Rumnes, also super fucking fun. A lot of those people that I met in the Maze Runner event were super cool. Seeing Project so active, bro. Exactly. It got that fucking. It got. it got that ish booster shot, bro. People are buzzing. It'll be interesting to see who they accept. Because they've got kind of their pick of the litter, do they not? Like, what? How many new people are there going to be? Like 100 or so? Like, they really do have pick of the litter. I got to test to make sure that my mod pack is still working. Getting into Gen 4. I don't know if I'm going to play in Gen 4. They don't want the goons these days. I don't know. I feel like you've been like a pretty solid, like, fucking. There needs to be goons. I don't know why you doubt yourself like that. There always needs to be goons in these Civ events. If everybody's trying to be a goddamn leader, then, you know. That's the problem with a lot of these. Everybody's got too much main character syndrome, and everybody tries to be, like, quirky. man. There needs to be goons. Goons are a necessary part to make that shit pop. Alright, some people just need to be NPCs, okay? Some people just need to chill out and be some fucking NPCs. I've done that shit before. I've played that game. I'm just an NPC sometimes, bro. Solar RPAs get nothing done. Real! Thank you, Okami. Fucking based as hell. This guy is just spitting. That's the problem. Too much goddamn RP. Too much RP. I gotta heart this message to make sure that it's being seen. That's my new tactic, by the way. This is a great tactic. If you ever want to, like, end a text conversation with somebody, but you don't want to, like, it feels like it's kind of awkward to end it on this note, always just heart the message they last sent. Just, like, put a check mark or a heart next to it. That ends it, because they have nothing to respond to. It's the best way. Because, dude, oh my god, what a... Dude. That is the method, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know this. I want you to know this. I want you to read it. I want you to remember it. The method is just heart the message. Just react to the message. And they have nothing to respond off of it. It's great. It's actually the most iconic way to end a text conversation and not be awkward or weird about it. Learn. Needs to stand next to the leader and annoy their assassin. And by God, it'll be me. Type shit, type shit. But this time, I've gotten in with the guard of the leader I'm trying to assassinate. I'll get past both of them. Man discovers the basics. Fuck you! Suck my dick. Shout out Okami. I have to DM Flux. I don't think I've ever DM'd Flux in my life. Do I have text? I don't think I have messages with Fluxion. I don't think I've ever messaged that man in my fucking life. It's gonna be weird. Let me check. Wait, do I? Oh shit, he sent me some Discord servers a while back. This was back in 2022. Jesus Christ. Back in 2022. That's diabolical work, honestly. How do I start off that message? Hey Fluxion, I'm trying to murder you. Fluxion, I want you dead as hell. Fluxion, what do you think about me killing you dead? You have any thoughts? Fluxion, you have any thoughts about me making you dead and killing you and making you very, very dead and making you hellishly dead? Any thoughts, Flux? Flux, you have any thoughts about me assassinating you? I mean, he'll get... I mean, it doesn't really matter if I tell him it's me or not. He already knows that he has people after him, so it's not like a shocking fucking factor, right? If his death has enough aura? Yeah, 100%. That's why I think Fluxion is base, by the way. I've never had any beef with that, man. Him and Saps are both great. 100%. It's just the question of how can I make sure that he, like... Because, man, I don't want to, like... I don't want his death to be, like, a selfish endeavor. Because I think he deserves it. I think dying of old age would be super duper cringe. But, man, if it's, like... How can I get him to... Like, I'm trying to think of ideas of how I could kill him in some fucking sick way. I was thinking of, like... Dude, maybe I could, like, orchestrate some, like, fucking, like... If only I could get this done. My dream of his death, Okami, it would be like the death of Caesar, you know? Where his fucking cabinet all fucking backstabs him at the same time. And then they all start fighting with you. Like, my dream for this season is that in the day one, Fluxion gets betrayed by all of his fucking, you know, closest compatriots. and then all those people start fighting over power. That's my dream for this season. Like, the giant empire of Eren breaks up into a fucking bunch of warring factions, and then everybody else kind of gets involved. Right? That's my dream. Thomas is way too loyal. Damn, I'm kind of the same way. Fuck. Damn, why does Thomas have to be me? Why does Thomas have to be me, bro? That blows, dude. That blows fucking cheeks. Thomas is a down bitch. Shout out to Thomas. I don't really talk to that guy that much. Or ever. But he is a down bitch. You know what? Man, how could I kill Fluxion in an aura-filled way that makes it good? Loyalty is kind of survivorship bias problem. The problem is, like, sometimes, like, I'm also a down bitch. That's the problem, Kami. I am also a down bitch a lot of the time. I'm very loyal. And I think, like, it's not for power, though. I'm not loyal for power. I'm loyal because I feel like... Yeah, no, because sometimes like, a lot of people do betrayal badly. I think the problem is that people are doing betrayal a lot of the times just in a very, like... The people who tend to do the... I think this is, like, a problem of, like, not people betraying. It's the people who do the betraying are usually the problem. Like, there are other factors that are kind of confounding our variable here. It's just that people who generally like to betray people or like to assassinate leaders tend to be, like, cringer and not as fun to play with in general. Right? Generally, more loyal people are more interesting to play with. Right? I think you can betray somebody while still making it, like, sick. Because the problem is, like, you need to make sure... Like, the problem is, like, some people just betray because they just want to be leader. That's why they can betray. Because they're just like, I don't know, I'm bored or something. I think if you betray somebody and it's, like, good for the story and it's good for the lore shit, I think betraying is, like, if you can make it good and fun for everybody, I think everybody fucks with a good betrayal, but it can be difficult to get there, and I think that's what I'm struggling with. How can I... Because, like, if it's just, like, me... Because then, like, the problem that I'm running into right now, Okami, is that I feel like if I am the guy who solo kills Flux, and then I get away with it, then it feels like a large part of the Eren story revolves around me and hunting me down. And I feel very selfish about that. Like, that feels like a very selfish role to have. Like, I suddenly become, like, this fucking massive main character, and I don't know if I really like that. I don't know if I want to become, like, this massive main character. I kind of just, like, I'd much rather, like, if I have to become the main character in order to stimulate some more interesting conflict, maybe? But, man... Found you, I'm sure, but, like, I'm sure I could, like, turn that into, like, conflict. The problem is I need to start, like, turning that into conflict, right? I want to turn that, like, maybe I could, like, I don't know, like, try to, like, hide in another nation, like, have another nation hide me or something, and then... Because I will still be wearing the mask, right? The point is, like, I'm wearing the mask. Maybe I disrobe, like, after I kill... I take off the mask and then they can't tell. I mean, I don't know, it could be interesting. Could be an interesting lore thing. I don't know. There's a lot of ways. I guess the problem is I just need to find a good way to kill. I want to make it, like, it needs to be public. How can I publicly kill Flux? How? And if I get away, I get away. But how can I publicly kill Flux and make it, like, a thing? Huh. Because I need to, like, get him in a location where he's not surrounded by people. But it needs to be, like, I want it to be a thing that everybody sees. I think that's the problem. That's what I'm worrying about. Need some allies and leadership, but I'm supposed to be like, my character's supposed to be like some fucking insane guy. The problem is I'm like a solo loner loser nerd. That's my entire fucking character arc. I'm playing a selfish character, I think. That's what I'm realizing. My character, as I've created it, is inherently selfish, and that's not good. Huh. How can I fix this problem? Because I want to kill him like I genuinely want him to, I want to kill him day fucking one. I want to kill him day one. Because I think the only way that this event works is if I kill, like, if Fluxion or something major happens, like, fucking something needs to happen to shake things up. Something needs to happen to make things, like, messy. It needs to happen on, like, day one or day two. It needs to have, like, instantly, as fast as possible. I'm trying to think. Using my brainium. Oh, man. It's so hard. I'm gonna go for full runs. Hold on, let me reset my auto resetter. And we can go for some full runs here. And also turn on audio, because in case I ever get on a run that gets to, like, the leaderboards, I need to make sure I have audio, so my run doesn't get killed. I have done no level 3 training today, so it might be a disaster, but hey. I gotta figure something out. Maybe if I could talk to Flux and I could be like, maybe have him give a speech, maybe? Or something, and then I can, like, because, like, I am known as a character to be able to get to places that, like, nobody else goes, right? Like, I've been everywhere on the server. I've stood on more blocks than anybody has, okay? I'm a very well-traveled individual in terms of sneaking into places I shouldn't be. I spent most of my time for the last 2 days inside of Aaron Castle, so how can I mean, I can, that's a nice little character trait that I have that I can turn into leverage. I'm just imagining in my head right now, like, he's standing on top of, like, something, like, armor off, giving a giant speech, and all the citizens of Aaron are standing below him as he talks, and then I just jump behind him and just start critting him out. And then he goes down, and then I down him and finish him, and then I run. And everybody sees it. And it's super public. But then, oh man, that feels like such a selfish way to kill him. God, that feels incredibly... Yeah, I think I need to include, like, people who will let me through, right? There needs to be some people that would let me through, right? Yeah, that's the idea. I think I could convince, like, probably your character, I could convince you, but I feel like I don't know how much sway you have, Kami, in terms of, like, the protection. Pacifist? Well, maybe, like, yes, to a certain extent, but also, like, I can understand it because it's kind of also impossible to start a war with Aaron right now. Because Aaron is just too strong. They've got too many good PvPers, they have too many people. Like, how are you supposed to, like, reasonably challenge Aaron's authority on anything? They're just gonna fucking stomp you, right? So it's like, yes, they're all pacifists, but also it takes a tremendous amount of effort to even think about contesting Aaron. That's why I think that Aaron needs to be, like, split up or, like, challenged in some sort of way. That, like, some kind of assassination or something needs to happen. Or else, like, there's no way we're ever gonna be able to turn Aaron into, like, a conflict or a war. Because nobody else wants to attack Aaron. He's doing shit to us. Does Corallian have, like, a bunch of people joining them? I have no idea. Because when I was in Corallian, it had fucking 5 members. Alright? Total. I don't know how much outreach they're doing. No idea? Yeah, I don't know how, like, I don't know if you're still in the fucking Aaron Discord servers. I don't know how many people are in that shit. Your new, well, yeah, but apparently he's gonna be logging on. He talked to me. He DM'd me. He's like, "Yo, what's up, Progeny, right?" And I'm like, "Bro, you fucking ditched for half the session. I'm not. I've gone off the deep end. Okay, you've lost me as your right hand man. All right, I'm officially gone. I was gonna be your loyal soldier, and I'm fucking gone, brother. You've left me, and I'm off the deep end. Tragically." Which nobleman can I bring into a plot to kill you? Because if it's not Thomas, who could it be? Okami, I'm actually going to use your fucking your knowledge here to try and craft a better potential story that I can propose. I need to craft a story that I can propose to Flux. I want to craft something and I propose it to Flux. And say, hey, I want to kill you like this and I want this to happen. And I want it to be because of these reasons. Because I think if it's good enough, he'll definitely be like, hell yeah, let's do it. It just needs to be fucking... It needs to be quality, right? That's the problem. Aren't there, like, factions inside of Eren? Kami? Like, because, like, they have that Black Castle, right? Like, that giant Black Castle, it feels like a whole different separate nation, but aren't they still affiliated with Eren? What if do you think I could convince their leader to fucking work with me? Ember's Hollow? That's, I don't know how that works. That's under the lava now? What? What is happening? Wait, the volcano? Wait, where's that located? I thought that was located on, like, the other side of the map. I'm talking about... Wait, how is Eren Castle even near the lava? What? I'm talking about the place that was near Corallion. What are you talking about? Isn't the volcano like the other side of... I'm talking the one near Corallion. Yeah, Frostmark. Yeah, that's the one. The one that's near the... I don't know if that's like a separate nation or like a subsidiary. That's Thomas. Fuck! Man, and I couldn't convince Thomas to betray... I could not convince him. They've combined to the main city as well. I couldn't... You're telling me there's no way. If I DM Thomas and I said, yo, I want to... I could not convince you to betray. Ah. Gosh. Let's see his character doing it. What's his... man, maybe I should just fucking raw DM him. Just, like, send out some feelers. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad if I sent out some feelers. And I get my shit jumped. Because I think even I'm like, come on, like, I don't believe that the people at Eren thought that Generation 2 was like a fucking great session. I don't believe that shit. Knows you're trying... Oh, I know he knows I'm trying to kill him, but... I just haven't talked to him about it. I want to make it like a thing. And I want to, like, the thing, but I'm trying to make sure that there's, like, something that can be dry. I don't want it to be, like, the thing that would suck if it's just, like, one random insane assassin guy who gets a kill and runs off into the night. That fucking sucks. Because what that story turns into is somebody else takes over Eren, and then the same thing keeps happening, and I get hunted down. That's all. That's all it is. Okay? That's all that happens. Right? It's like, that's not fun for anybody. Like, I just get hunted down, I get eliminated in, like, maybe a day or two, and it's like, okay, whatever. Nothing happened, right? It all, like, everything fell apart, right? It's like, okay, so, like, what's the fucking, like, the whole point of this is to make something interesting happen. Okay? Make other nations do something. Because all the other nations have been pacifist bitches. True. And Eren is too strong, so everybody's kind of forced to be a pacifist bitch. Also true. I know that Corallion's willing to do shit if they have the members. I know that Ced, if he logs on, is willing to, like, you know, fuck around. I think everybody knows Ced is willing to fuck around. It's just a question of, like, sometimes you just need to spark the, you need to provide the fuel, all right? Right now, there's a fuel, there's a fuel. Or, sorry, there's no fuel for this fire. There is no fire because there's no fuel. There's no logs. There's no kindling. There's no paper. There's no wood shavings. There's nothing. Okay, we can't build a fire, and I need to start by fuel. I can't be the one to spark it. I just need to provide the fuel. If I can at least do that, then I'm doing my part. Solid chance, but again, it's just like that requires such an ask. And Cobb especially is not going to do shit. I know Cobb is especially not going to do shit. Maybe with their new leadership they might do shit, but I doubt it. If they're all in the same vein as fucking what's her name? Then it's not happening. They're all mega pacifists. Wolfram? Oh, it is Wolfram. I don't hate that. Yeah, but Wolfram has always been like a... Wolfram's kind of been like... For me, like, Wolfram's kind of been up that Joe Feel lane of, like, mega pacifism all the fucking time. Yeah, Novella. Man, yeah, Novella. Problem is I was buddies with Novella, so it kind of sucks to see that whole situation break down. I still don't know the whole lore behind that. Do you know the lore behind the whole, like, Novella getting fucking mega banned? I didn't dig in? Yeah, okay. It looks like nobody has. Nobody gives enough of a shit, honestly. Yeah, didn't really care. Honestly? Yep. All that. Okay, I'm kind of on a run, but I'm still like 3 seconds. I'm still like 4 seconds down, so... Kind of needs to be gutted. That's not a good start. It's an even worse start. Damn, Sheep can't hit his frame perfect? Tragic, even. Bro, I cannot hit the frame perfect from the fucking life of me. Yeah, 20 seconds behind. Runs over, but hey, keep it going, right? I might hit level 8. It's possible. Good car. Alright, I hit level 8. Let's see what I do on level 9. Level 9 has been the break point for a lot of these runs. Yep. And no frame perfect. GG's. Well. Alright, I gotta DM people. And because the event's happening about a week from now, so it would be the time to start setting up this shit. Update my skin. I also need to do that. Yeah, I had an idea for my skin. I was just gonna make it like super fucking mangled and fucking. The idea for my skin was just to make it look like what does a man look like when he's been alone for 20 years, when he's been living by himself for 20 years, in the remains of a fucking desolate castle, right? Luckily, my skin should be covered up for the most part by like armor. And my skull, my mask. So. It's still Arlo, but Arlo has changed. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I still gotta worry about this fuck-ass Mr. Beast event. I still don't know what's happening with that. All they've done is release a goddamn... I don't know how much I want to talk about this. I guess I'll talk about it a little bit. All they've done for the Mr. Beast event is that they've released a build palette, and that's all. And I'm like, damn, okay. I never applied for it. I got priority application because I played for... Needed my name, and that ain't happening. That's fair. I'm a streamer, so it doesn't really matter to me. And also, it's like Mr. Beast, bro. I might make some squeesh. If I'm lucky. It's been a very weird... They don't have a public chat in their Discord. They do not have a public chat in their Discord server to, like, organize stuff, so... I'm very interested to see how that goes. No public chat for organization. Yeah. Worth my privacy? I get that. Down 5 seconds. I wonder if that's comebackable if I hit 6. Well, it's not comebackable if I get chunked. Unfortunate. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. I don't know how much they expect people to be organized, I wonder. Because there's no way you're going to get some, like, very pretty fucking builds if it's going to be, like... This entire event is, like... I don't quite know what the intention is. Boys versus girls? Like, what is the intention? Like, do they expect it to be, like, because they've set it up like a Civ event, but it feels like, like, why do we, like... I don't know. It feels like very strange. I don't quite know what they're looking for. It might be a thing where they make, like, there's a giant fight of, like, boys versus girls at the end, and then it's like whoever has the most people standing, like, wins some amount of money for everybody who's left alive. But if they announce that people who are alive at the end of it get money, dude, oof, people might be super... People might play super pacifist. I would play super pacifist. I don't know. It's a whole thing. We'll see what happens. They need to open up some chat though. If they want people to, like, actually, like, organize and build, like, coherent nations, then they are gonna... Because having no organization in this Discord is gonna make it so, like, you have, like, these tiny groups of, like, 4 to 5 who kind of control everything. That's kind of what happens whenever you don't let people communicate. Like, you generally have a bunch of, like, tiny groups of, like, 5 to 10, like, super close friends just, like, group up, and those tend to be, like, kind of mega PvP tryhards. Although I will say, on my side, I haven't seen a lot of Omega PvP tryhards being accepted. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, though. It's possible. Maybe I gotta look a little bit hard enough at who got accepted. I'm shocked I got accepted, if I'm being for real, I'm shocked that I got accepted, but hey. We take those, Okami. We take those. Do I still have beer? I still have a little bit of beer. After this, I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. I think the first game's already started. I wonder how they're doing BHL-wise. Drink a beer. Drink a beer. Oh, drink a beer. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, it hasn't started. Starts at 5:30. Interesting. I thought the first game started at 7:30. I thought I was tripping. Shawty got me tripping. Off the juice. I don't think we have a single commentator or referee. It's cooked. My passion is gone. Type shit. Poor Caribou, dude. Damn. This boy's going through the fucking... Going through the sauce, bro. I still got 20 more minutes for runs. Oh man, they're probably gonna ask me to commentate. I guess. I'm the only fucking person who can fucking do it. Maybe Kiz has got something, but Kiz has other shit that he cares about, and I'm stuck here. Oh, brother. Man, poor Caribou. Yeah, I was gonna try to turn back on the media shit after this season, mostly because it just takes so much work to do a lot of media shit like that. The problem with like the junior blocky hockey league is that it just like, man, I just get, it's just so much better to do BHL because that's where all like the good commentators and good players live. And media gets way more vision and way more seen. Like, everything in BHL is just better. It's like no shocker why. Like, why would I want to hang out in JBHL anymore when I could just do BHL shit and I'd get like, you know, I have like arguably a lot of the same kind of respect in BHL that I do in JBHL, and it's like, you know. What? Was I bad positioning wise? Damn. Man, I get shafted. 6 seconds behind. It'll be at least 7 by the time I beat 6, even if I do that. Yep, that's not a beat. Yeah. You're... Too many shit casters. Too many shit media people in JBHL, unfortunately. I know, because I have to deal with them. I don't have the heart to tell half of them that they just suck. And the moment somebody good... I hate using myself as an example of good media personnel, but the moment that somebody good comes around like me, I just like immediately get like sent to fucking come to BHL, boy. They fucking poach me. Kind of feels bad. I didn't earn my way to BHL. I didn't grind my way to BHL. I did commentary for like not even half a season, for like a half of the playoffs. And they let me in. And I already have people in the BHL calling me like a goated caster, like, bro, Sheep, you're so good at this. Like, damn, bro, what? I guarantee I'm not. I think what really pisses me off, I came to this realization like a second ago. I think what pisses me off about like people shitting on my rankings is not that people like think I'm wrong or people disagree with me. I think that's fine. It's just that I hate how people like tell me that I'm just not informed, or I'm not educated, or I don't know what's happening, or I have no idea. It's like that shit is what really gets to me. Because I do. I've watched all the games. I watched all of them back. I took notes on everything. I've looked at all the stats, all that shit. I've done all of that, bro. And you're gonna tell me that I don't know? I don't know? I don't have the fucking knowledge? I don't have the prerequisite knowledge to make these fucking rankings? Like, I haven't gone through all this shit to try to understand the best of my ability? Like, I can't do a thing? Good luck. Jason Shard? What are you referring to, Mr. Shard? Which event? Because there are many that I am currently in. I am not sure which one you are referring to. Clearly you're referring to something. I'm a man with my hand in many pies, Mr. Shard, okay? Yeah, oh, Mr. Beast thing. You have any idea about that? Because I know that they, like, do you know if there's any, like, groups forming or anything? Like, do you have any idea of, like, you know, major civilizations trying to build up? Because, bro, right now, no public access, like, channels to talk to each other is kind of fucking brutal, bro. No fucking propaganda channel, like, is, like, damn. I've been wondering, like, is there gonna be, like, a... It really is, like, we are really in the sauce, bro. I don't know what they're cooking with this. There's gotta be some, like, twist or something that we're missing, or they're not telling us. There's gotta be something, dude. I don't buy it. There's gonna be, like, some global announcement, like, day one. There's gonna be some shit. It's a Mr. Beast thing, I'm sure. Yeah, I know. It's like, dude, I've never seen it. Dude, it's like, and we're like 2 days out. It's like, yikes, brother. What is the plan? I haven't even, man, I don't know what this trend is with event moderators not dropping their mod packs until like a day of, but I swear to God, that shit is so annoying. Drop it like a couple days beforehand. Dishes team still, I mean, yeah, I'm sure, but it's like, it's gonna be Mr. Beastified. But the question is like, what does that look like in a Civ event context? What does the Mr. Beastification of a Civ event look like? It'll be very interesting, I'm sure. Just so many people right now. There's so many damn people in the goddamn... I can't even tell how many people got accepted. I'm assuming it's around like 600, 700 people just for them to have a lot of overrun, but... Less hands off? That's usually not a good thing for these major events. Usually a bad omen of things to come, but, you know. I guess I gotta trust the process here. It's Mr. Beast at the end of the day, you know. It's not every day you get the chance to play in a Mr. Beast event, right? Be different from Ish's usually civilizations. Well, usually Ish is a lot more like hands-on. Usually he'll usually have like a lot more hands-on with like the role play and stuff to make sure that nations and stories are progressing the way that are like nice and fun and interesting. And make sure that the story's good and all that stuff. Like, I don't know if you were part of 2.5 or 2.7, but I remember, you know, every time that at the end of every session for 2.5, Ish would drag all the leaders into like some giant leadership meeting where I assume they would talk about stuff like that, you know, stories, make sure everybody's aware of like what's going on, what's happening, make sure everybody can like communicate to make sure the story's sounding good. That's usually what happens. Usually there's a lot more oversight to these things. Or at least in really good events. Hands off tends to be a bad omen, because when you start letting things go hands off, it means that there's a lot more room for like really negative stuff to happen to the roleplay, where you'll have like RDM that's not interesting, like you'll have people dying in not an interesting or fun way that contributes to the story meaningfully. You'll have people dying for no reason. And when you start to have a bunch of people that are like okay with killing people for no reason, what ends up happening is that the story just ends up kind of being a mess. You need to have like important characters that are alive for a decent chunk of time, and then when those important characters die, they need to die for a reason, and they need to die in some event that progresses the world meaningfully forward. And when you have hands off, you kind of open yourself up to a lot of like bad actors to kind of just come in and ruin that shit. So that's why I get worried about hands-off events. Usually those things end up kind of becoming RDM fests very quickly. Formation? I don't know. It just seems like a bad idea, honestly. Because then there's like a huge chance that you just get like a ton of loners, and I think the worst thing you could have in a Civ event is a ton of loners. Loners are like the fucking kryptonite to a good Civ event. Trying to do things on your own, being yourself, not being in a nation is like the worst thing you can do, or the worst thing for the story. You need to be in a nation if you want the story to be good, or you need as many people as you can be to be in a nation and be locked in to some civilization that needs to happen, or else, you know, the story that ends up being written is kind of filled with like these minor nations filled with like a bunch of nobodies who kind of fly around doing nothing, not meaningfully contributing. So normally that's why propaganda channels are usually like a really good thing. So then everybody can kind of establish themselves as part of a group, and then those groups can start jockeying for power. It's a lot more interesting to watch groups jockeying for power as opposed to individuals jockeying for power. First day, unless we get guy enabled. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not, like... I mean, I know a couple people, and I know that I have a little bit of, like, visibility due to, like, name... I have a little bit of name recognition, so I'm sure if something happens, I might get shot an invite or something, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's definitely, it'll be interesting. Well, we will see what happens. Gotta make sure I'm getting my replays and replay voice chat for that whole event. I need to make sure I got all that. Gotta make sure I get the goods. What if the event actually goes well? Shit, that might be the freest video of all time. Get a free 10k views. Who knows? Alright, next run that reaches past 3, I'm gonna call it. No good runs today, unfortunately. We got one run up to 7 that was on pace, but that was kind of it. I think it died on 8, I believe. Or may have died on 7. I think I had a couple runs down on 7. Not my day. That's not even gonna get going. Get it! Get it! Man, such a good 2, and I still choke it away somehow. Plus 0-0. That'll be a -7. Plus 4. I was gonna say +7, but I dropped a plus. I dropped a negative instead of a plus. I meant negative is a bad thing there, but unfortunately, negative in this context is a good thing. It's like golf. That is 4 in the red. Exact same inputs. Fuck. Advertisement for a nation he's trying to make? You know what? At least there was an effort. At least people are trying to make nations. I appreciate that. I have never been the one to build nations. I'm the nation joiner. And somehow I end up in positions of, you know, maybe not authority, but positions of visibility somehow. I stumble my way around until I make it, okay? Fake it till you make it. Known fact. After watching The Last, if I'd worry about being backstabbed? I mean, I am... If there's one thing I am, Jason Shard, is I am I am loyal, okay? So... I'm a brave fucking soldier, bro. I don't know if I have enough clout to be murdered first, alright? I was just I was the non-speaking bodyguard, bro. I would, like, respectfully, in the grand scheme of that video... Of all the characters that showed up, I was a nobody, okay? I showed up to make Spood look good. That was my job. I aura farmed, okay? That was what I did. Let's not pretend. You appeared? I mean, I did appear quite a bit. Unfortunately. The name, you know, the brand recognition is unfortunately kind of off the charts here, Jason. I did never expect it to happen this way. I can't lie. I've been playing these events since like 2022. And now look at me. We're kind of on a run right now. -3 going into 6? That's not bad. No, that doesn't hit. No way. Okay, I missed it. I can still hit it though? Alright. Hold on. It's sloppy on 7, but it might not be horrible. No! I get a bad bounce. Fuck! Okay, that'll kill it. GG's. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That has been it. Things are happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a, we're balling out, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. I've got to get out of here. I will talk to you gamers, maybe not soon. Since Thursday is going to be, oh man, there's never, I'll talk to you when I can. Either way, peace. Bye.